We get to go on a float plane. Hey team, welcome back to the channel in day 5 of BC Bike Race. We have some pretty exciting news. We get to go on a float plane
to get to the start line of this race, so that's crazy.
Really exciting.
Yeah.
If you are new to the channel,
I'm Sid.
And I am Mackie, and before we jump into this, we want to give a quick shout out to Competitive Cyclists. They are sponsoring all 7 of these videos, which is how we are able to bring you 7 videos, one for every day of BC Bike Race. As part of that, they gave us a code to share with you guys, which will get you 15% off your first order. The code is SIDMACKY15. That's Sid, no and, Mackie, 15, all caps. Competitive Cyclists carries a ton of the stuff that we use, including all the Pearl clothing that you guys have asked a lot about. So
like these raincoats.
These raincoats.
It's been raining on us for an hour.
Okay, we're gonna go get on a float plane. We'll see you guys at the start in just a second. So cool. That was definitely a first for me. Sid said this was on her bucket list of like things that she wanted to do. So check it off the bucket list.
My name is John Graham.
Ross Story, brothers-in-law. So I married his sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So this is like a family bonding thing.
Approached me about this about 6 years ago, and
6 years ago, so it's a long time in the making. Yeah.
Well,
We've been dreaming of this.
We've been dreaming
it's been
about
a bucket
it.
list item for a while.
It has been. On the drive up from Utah, we were trying to figure out a game plan, like, cause he's an incredible enduro, like downhill rider. On the downhill, I just can't. I can't really stick with him on the downhill. Like turn a corner and like a mile down there, I barely see this like green helmet disappear. I'm like, oh, there he goes. So I was like, well, do your thing on the downhill, I think, and I'll do my thing on the uphill. And we kind of come in within 5 minutes of each other.
Yeah. Yesterday, the guy was pounding it, and it was everything I could do to keep up with him.
Did he go too hard?
I think
Was it too hard?
Too
It was a little too hard. Yeah.
There was a point in the race where I was like, I haven't smiled in a really long time. I need to be smiling. This isn't fun. We ended right behind you guys.
Yeah.
Half a second behind you guys.
And I was smiling the whole day.
John was smiling. I think he was smiling because I was in pain.
Day 5, Earls Cove. 57.8 kilometers with 1,663 meters of climbing. This was the biggest day of the race and was a point-to-point stage that took us all the way across an almost island. And by almost island, I mean technically it connects to the mainland, but it's pretty much an island. This stage started in the ferry terminal, which made for a unique start line and no way to warm up. Unfortunately, we got another flat tire fairly early in the race. While people were a bit more spread out this day and we didn't get passed by quite as many racers, it still made for low morale, especially since the first half of this course was brutal, with lots of double track climbing and even an extended hike bike section. Add that to the fact that Sid still wasn't feeling well and you get another rough day.
Nice tree fit.
Yeah.
You catch up?
Yeah.
The Because we had already raced for 4 days, we found we were now needing a lot more calories while racing. Keeping up with our caloric intake was especially important on this day since the race had started at 11 instead of the usual 8:30. This was when racing as a team really paid off. I was able to pass off food to Sid and make sure she was still eating despite being exhausted and not feeling well. By eating pretty much constantly, we kept ourselves in the game despite a pretty rough day. Try your watermelon. Choose at the top. Despite some low moments today, there was still quite a bit of amazing BC single track, and the foggy, wet weather really made us feel like we were riding our bikes in British Columbia. Nicely done. Smile at the rising sun.
You little birds, good job, you guys.
Outside my doorstep. The one, the only, Brian Kennedy. This trail, my friends, is called a killer squirrel. That was some killer squirrel. Get it?
Why? That was a squirrel?
It's like you're eating squirrel. That was what that trail was called.
Oh.
I was trying to decide like killer squirrel, look out! Or like, that was some killer squirrel. And I decided it was killer squirrel, the latter.
My goal was to smile,
Yeah.
to have fun, to not go so hard that I'm not smiling, and you know, to push it, but within the realms of fun.
For me, it was just pull back a little bit from yesterday. Today, I was repeating in my mind, I'm like, I got 2 more days, I got 2 more days. It got to the point where I was tired enough, they started affecting me mentally, and so my descents were incredibly slow. I was trying to be very careful, otherwise I think I'd fall over. I came off this finish line and I started focusing on other people, so I'd stop thinking about myself. I'm in enough pain. Let's go talk to some other people and see how they're doing.
I had fun, honestly. I had a great day. I'd say I smiled a lot. I did lose my phone on the trail.
Oh no.
So for about 20 minutes, I wasn't smiling, and then I thought, I'm over this. I'm just gonna keep having fun.
We were so tired after the race that after a quick interview with the media crew that was waiting at the end, we headed straight to our tent to start preparing for the following day.
Do you have any advice for people that might want to do a race like this as a team with a family member or in-law, or what would you tell them?
Make sure that you're compatible as riders, or that if you're not as compatible, like he has his strengths for downhill and I have my strengths for up, make sure that there's an understanding there, and if you're going to give a little bit on either side, or just have a game plan, just so you're on the same page, because there can be a lot of frustration if that's not it.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice because I pull ahead and I know he's not mad at me. I know he's happier when he's going at his pace, and I'm happier when I'm going at mine on the downhill.
Exactly. So that communication is key.
The other thing I'd say is learn how to hand off.
Like you
sitting-
guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On that first day, you were communicating back and forth. You needed food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he did it, but somehow you reached back
Yeah, we practiced this. We practiced this.
All of a sudden you were commenting on the flavor in your mouth. I've never seen something like that. So maybe if you're like wanting advanced team skills, you practice that. We've never done that before, but I thought that that was rad.
That's a good looking podium. Congratulations, you guys.
If tomorrow's video is out already, I will link to it right there. We will see you over there in just a second, and in the meantime, don't forget to be more awesome.